Hi, hockey fans, and welcome back to the Gamecocks ice hockey season. We're here for the first game of the ACHA season as the South Carolina Gamecocks are taking on the Charlotte 49ers. We apologize for the technical difficulties, and we are here at the with little under 12 minutes left in the first period. We had some technical difficulties, but we are back now here at the Plex in Irmo, South Carolina.
Boy, is it good to be back, Jack.
It is. The Gamecocks, it's their first game, and it's their home opener. And they're taking on the the Charlotte 49ers, as I said before. They sweep the 49ers 2-0 last year, winning in both overtime games, one here in Irmo and one down I-77 at the Extreme Ice Center in Charlotte, North Carolina. Same difference, Ben. We have, obviously, there's been a little bit of a roster change this year. Kyle Ware is not with the team anymore as he has graduated. But along with that, have some new rookies that are coming in. Starting at goalie, replacing Bobby Lombardi, giving him a little bit of rest before the Clemson series. We have Jared Ward as a freshman in the net.
And I'll tell you one thing about this Jared Ward. He's been phenomenal so
already,
far, making big saves to begin the game, as now the 49ers are currently on a power play to start the game as there was a slashing call on the Gamecocks.
That shot flies a little wide left over the net, but the 49ers have kept it behind. Number 16. There is no number 16. So number 16 for the 49ers has the puck right now. He passes it over to his midfielder on the right. Passes it into the middle. Oh, but a nice poke check from number 23 for the Gamecocks, Brian Orr.
Attempted clear goes to the middle ice.
They tried to clear, but it was unsuccessful as the 49ers regain possession. Passes it to the wall to tries to get it back out. Puck is recovered by number 15, Sean Davis, who immediately goes out.
And who immediately clears the puck and buys the Gamecocks some time. There's 50 seconds left on the power play. Oh.
That looks like I would assume to be a bit of an icing, but he had crossed the middle line, so they're fine. The Gamecocks regain possession, but just as quickly lose it.
Tangs almost got it.
Charlotte has it in the and that's a stoppage of time by the ref. See what the call is.
I want to say offsides.
It looks to be an offsides. So the Gamecocks will recover, or we'll get possession back. We'll get possession of the puck back.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. The Gamecocks have looked ready to go to start this game. They've been in their defensive zone a lot, but they haven't given any wide open shots. It's all been not easy chances.
Jake Tenji won the faceoff, but there was no one there to get it, so the 49ers have gained possession behind the red line on their own side. They're flying down the ice, coming into the middle of the line. Oh, but a nice poke check from number 21, Ian Schneider, as he was able to trip up the 49er frontsman. They're fighting for possession by the wall. Number 21 for the Gamecocks. Again, Ian Schneider was able to trip up the 49ers and slow their attack.
We do not have a 25. I was going to say what a great job on the defense, but sorry, whoever's number 25, we were not given your name.
Yeah, we're not sure who that is. A little bit of miscommunication. Oh, but a nice shot, but it was blocked but the goalie blocked it with his knee. Oh, nice little spin move. The Gamecocks number 10. Ben Smith regained possession, but again ended up losing it.
We're back on 5-on-5 play, by the way. The penalty has
power play ended. Gamecocks regaining possession, but a nice body check from the UNCC offensive man.
Great defense right there by Duncan Hickman.
Again, 49ers are trying to keep possession. Number 72 with the shot, but there's too many people within the lane, and it gets blocked. That was from number 72, Weirden, who had 11 goals last year. Oh, nice attack, a one-on-one from number 12 from the Gamecocks, but he was tripped up with a nice poke check, and the run was stopped. 49ers have possession. They're holding on to it for a bit as they are now crossing the middle line. Number 23 for 49ers is going to the left, trying to fling it one in, but a nice save from Joey Ward as he uses his body to stop the flying of the puck.
Jared Ward.
What did I say? I'm sorry. Or excuse me.
It's okay.
I meant Joey Ward. I know that name, but I don't want to.
What happens to the best of those? Gamecocks cleared in their own zone.
49ers coming down the blue line. Nice pass. Bounces off the wall. Recovered by number 17 for the Gamecocks, Jim Hatton, who is starting for the first time tonight. He was starting. I apologize.
There's been a couple of line changes.
Just a bit. Oh, that's a risky body check for number 8.
Tangs with great defense and a great poke check right there by can't say the number, but a great poke check by Dave Cochran. Cochran's looking good yet again. Oh.
That was a nice pass into the crease, but it was intercepted by number 7, Grayson Curry.
So far, it seems like the 49ers have dominated most of the play.
It's just been a lot of back and forth between the two teams, with no team able to get a leg up on the other. Puck sliding down the right wall as the 49ers have possession, but a nice poke check from number 6, Mike Borst. 2-1 with a nice shot, but it was wide left, going around the net. What else have you seen from the Gamecock defense so far?
I've seen the defense has stepped up. There has been more attack time for the 49ers in the Gamecocks, so it really puts the defense on their heels, but they've really stepped up big, blocked some shots, and gotten in the way, and that's exactly what you want from your defense.
Face off on the left circle for the Gamecocks, and the Gamecocks win possession, but quickly lose it again. They're fighting for it on the wall. Number 77 for the 49ers comes in to help. Now there's just a cluster of bodies over there trying to get possession. Eventually UNC comes away with it with a quick breakdown coming down the side. A nice shot, but it was a better save by Jared Ward.
Yeah,
as they now have it behind the red line. Gamecocks trying to get something going on offense with a little bit of miscommunication in the shot. One hit. Oh, he catches it, puts it down. Again, another poke save from Jared Ward.
Great use of the stick there by Ward.
Hits it off the wall. Number 6 for the Gamecocks. Mike Borst coming down one-on-one. Tries to pass it back, but again, miscommunication from the Gamecock offense, and they lose possession. Flying down little behind the red line of the Gamecocks. Number 2 for the Gamecocks, Evan Hoey, is trying to...
A rookie for the Gamecocks this year.
Another rookie. One of the 3 that we've seen so far.
Uh-oh, turnover.
But great defense from Ian Powderly was able to stop that attack.
Oh, but he loses the puck.
Gamecocks quickly regain. Number 22, Duncan Hickman has it. Flings it down to past the red line. A nice pass. Oh, and a quick save from the goalie for UNC Charlotte. I believe that's number 38, but that's not a number that we have. Oh, yes, it is. I'm going to say 33, Toland. That's what it is. Gamecocks are still fighting for possession, trying to get something going on offense as they've kept it on the Gamecock side, and there's a stoppage of time from the ref. Look to see what that is.
The Gamecocks offense, that was the first sign of life for the Gamecock offense right there. They had a 2-on-1 and a nice shot opportunity, but it was just saved by the goaltender.
And that was a face-off towards in between the middle red line and the blue line.
Right outside the zone.
Gamecocks win it, but fling it out to the far right corner, and there's no one else to recover for the Gamecocks, so the 49ers will gain possession. And a poke check from number 25, we don't have your number 25, so you want to tell us who you are, that'd be nice. Oh!
What a save.
Tried to get it slide in the back door, but goalie hit it with his leg.
Yep, just got it at the last second.
Just a bit.
I'll tell you something, the fans are out with their cowbells tonight.
It's very prominent. You can tell there's a big presence here in the Plex Center. It's a trip up from the Gamecock offense as they lose possession of the puck after Ward was able to save it with his pads. Gamecocks regain possession, but once again lose it. Bouncing off the wall. 49ers have it, flying down towards the left circle. Circle zone?
Oh, way to be there.
Oh. Number 24 for the Gamecocks almost shot it in himself there.
He was trying to make sure that the goalie, Jack Ward.
Jared Ward. I'm Jack.
We messed up. You're Jack. Ward covered it up.
I apologize, Jared Ward, for all the mispronunciations.
Yeah,
not even mispronunciations, just calling you different names. It's okay. You're new. We don't know you yet. Yeah. But I can tell you, he's not playing like he's new.
No, he's not.
Couple easy saves that he's had within the past period. Yes. Not to, bring down his talent, but some have been just kind of right in his pocket. The other ones he's had to grab out for. Number 10 for the Gamecocks flings it down, but he hits it with Ward hits it with his what blocker? A blocker save right now. I know that. Again, forgive me. I'm trying to fill in for the brilliant Brett Williams, and I have big shoes to fill. So shout out to you, Brett, and
you're doing a great job so far. And I'm filling in for Robert McCackron, who I missed a lot. Even though last week he still came over to my house, but he's not here.
Now you can't get him to leave.
Yeah, now I can.
Gamecocks win the face-off, and a nice little pass to number 13, Alec Martone. Tries to fling one in, but to no avail.
Tries to catch the goalie napping right there, and it didn't work. Oh, what a steal.
Again, from Gamecocks are trying to keep this offense up. Seen a little bit more fire in the offense today, or in this last couple minutes.
Yep.
A little bit of rumble on the wall.
Now they got to get back, though, or it's an on-man rush. Oh, nope.
He just slaps it out there to try to get something going. Number 7 for the Gamecocks, Grayson Curry recovers, but with a body check from the UNC offensive man.
I like what I'm seeing out of Curry right now. He's really hustling to the puck and giving it his all.
Puck in the air, covered by the 49ers, but a little bit of miscommunication. They lose it. Body check on the wall. Gamecocks recover. Number 13 flying down.
Alex Martone.
Alec Martone with the shot right into the chest of the goalie.
Goalie makes the save. We're still trying to figure out number
We're
30.
I think it's number 33, Toland. Could also be number 30, Ritter.
I think it's Ritter.
You want to zoom in on it? What was it? It's Ritter?
Ritter.
All right, it's Ritter. Thank you, cameraman, for letting us see a little bit clearer. Eyes can't.
Remember the cameraman's name there?
I'm going to call him Rookie because I do not. Face off in the right zone in 49er territory. Won by the 49ers. Hit to the back right corner. Puck in the air. Tried to be recovered, but it went out of play. I was going to say out of bounds, but that doesn't sound right, I guess.
It's okay. We're getting ready for the football game tomorrow there, Josh.
This is true. Yeah, big shout out to our Gamecock men football team as they take on Kentucky tomorrow night.
Yeah, they've started the season out phenomenal so
Yes,
far.
they have. Let's hope the Gamecock hockey team can do the same.
Yep.
Gamecocks win the faceoff, and now number 6 for the right into the chest again of the goalie.
Well, the Gamecocks really need to get someone in front of the net. That's what they tried to do there, but they haven't yet because right now the goalie Ritter can see it from that shot from that.
Ritter hasn't had any issues just playing catch with the puck. Another face-off in the right zone. Again, Gamecocks, unfortunately, Gamecocks lose it.
But then get the puck and then lose it again.
Stick fly in the air, and now a nice little pass that gives.
Right there.
Oh, Gamecock defender on the ground, but they recover the puck, fling it out to the middle center ice. He loses it, but regains it off the wall. 49ers get it back. A little scrappiness from number 20, Jeffrey Kostrebski. Oh, and that's an own goal for the Carolina Gamecocks.
The puck just went right off of Borst, I think.
I think that's number 2.
It went right off.
I think that's Ethan Hoey.
It went right off of
Evan
Hoey,
Hoey, excuse me.
It went right off the.
Off of the stick of Hoey and in the goal. And
through the 5-hole of the goaltender.
Number 9?
Oh, it was
excuse
9,
me, it was off of. It's not number 9 because he's not playing today. So, well, off of 9 of our player or his player?
No, they're crediting it to 9 of them. Right?
Okay, we're crediting it to. The goal was credited to number 9 for the 49ers. That is Miller, who
led their team in scoring.
Andrew Miller had 30 goals last year, but that one was not his to take. Just came off the stick of Evan Hoey.
In hockey, even if it goes off the defender, it still goes to the guy with the touch.
I understand. It's like soccer with an own goal. I don't know a lot about soccer. I don't, but I know that. So.
All right. Well, this is not the start the Gamecocks obviously wanted, as it's now going to be 1-0 49ers.
With 3:43, although they haven't put the score up on the scoreboard yet. And now there's a penalty.
And there's a penalty. So what happened?
Unless there was some miscommunication
this would
with
be a great time to go to Emma Mondo. However, we don't have her down today because
she's here.
She's here. She's right next to me. We just don't.
Do not talk on.
Have her in the box.
I'm just joking. But the goal was credited, and there still is a 2-minute penalty for the Gamecocks.
Now I wonder what that is because we didn't see any signs being.
Neither did we. They didn't. There was no stoppage
Maybe
before the goal.
Or,
after the fact.
After the play.
Can't tell who that is right now. But with 3:29 left in the period, again the 49ers are on the attack. 23 for the 49ers, flying behind the red line with a nice pass in the middle, but it was tripped up too many sticks in between the goal and the puck. 49ers retain possession, flying down the center ice. Nice poke check. Poke check for number 10 for the Gamecocks, Ben Smith. Gamecocks regain possession, passes out to number 22, Duncan Hickman.
Who clears it in.
To no avail.
I really like what the Gamecocks power play defense is doing right now. Their penalty kill has been phenomenal.
They're
not letting them get
49ers are 0 for 1 on power plays so far, with their second power play in progress.
And another clear
from Duncan Hickman.
We've been saying his name a lot so far.
He's been playing a lot. That was a little bit of a risky check, but nothing called. Just a little bit of a love tap.
2-on-2.
Number 17 for the Gamecocks, flying Jim Hatton. Tries to slide one in there, yeah. Sometimes a little too much is a bad thing. 49ers swinging to the middle. 25 for the Gamecocks tried to break it up, but just missed it.
I don't like this look for the Gamecocks.
Number 9, again with Miller, tried to get a backdoor goal in, but
he's going to pass it across.
Solid defense, passes it back to Miller. Miller loses for a moment, but regains possession. Trying to get something going.
Exactly.
Flings it in behind the red line, behind the net.
Still right now.
Number 22 for the 49ers passes it out to 23, who flings one in. It was hit by the defender who lost his stick and is trying to get it back. Number 20-something for the Gamecocks picks his stick back up. That shot from 23 was wide right. Would have been too many bodies in the crease anyway. Great for the 49ers, passes it to Miller. Miller has it behind the red line.
The penalty
Tries to
has
fling one in the
ended.
middle.
Oh.
The shot was wide right, flying and hitting the wall behind it.
We're now back on 5-on-5.
Power play has ended. A nice interception from number 21, I believe,
Yep.
for the Gamecocks. That is Ian Schneider. Puck flies all the way to the other side of the ice. And
Let the Gamecocks get there to avoid an icing penalty.
Okay, cool. I couldn't tell. And now there's just a group of bodies on the wall trying to recover. Nice shot.
Oh, they almost got a deflection.
Bit of a slap shot for number 7, but it didn't fly far enough to be anywhere. They just haven't got any attack up front. Number 67 flying down the ice, and a shot right into the chest of Ward.
Yeah, Ward was in great positioning right there, but I really did like what I saw from the Gamecocks offense right there. They had someone in front of the net, and they took a slap shot. They got a tip on it, but the goalie still made the save.
They're trying to get players in the crease and in the box farther down, but they have not been able to amass any solid attack as of yet. Excuse me. Gamecocks win the face-off in their own center side of the ice. 15 for the Gamecocks, flings it out of play. There'll be another stoppage of time with about 47 seconds left in the first period. At the break, we're going to bring on Emma Mondo to talk about what she's seen from the Gamecocks and what she thinks the team can do better within the second period.
Are we now?
We are.
All right. Well, Jack just made that sweeping declaration, and Emma's face is wide open, so we might not be doing that, but it's okay.
Trying to get her a little involved. She wasn't able to be on the sideline.
Oh!
And another goal.
That goal went off a defender, too, I think.
For South Carolina. Goal will be accredited to, I think, looks to be number 13 for the 49ers.
67.
Excuse me, 67. Usinger, who also was one of the top 3 for goals last year for the 49ers. He had, give me 1 second while I look up my stat sheet. Not as much as Miller, but he had 11 goals last year, 3rd for the team. With 38 seconds left.
That is exactly what you don't want to see if you're the Gamecocks. After really having momentum on their side heading into the period, they just let a quick one in. It's all faded away now.
Teeter-totted for the Gamecocks and is completely in favor of the 49ers. Unless they could get a quick
said it was offsides.
Offsides for the Gamecocks, and the puck will be given back to the 49ers on their own side of the ice. 26 seconds left after the stoppage of time. The face-off will be on the blue line of the 49ers. Jeffrey Kostrebski. Oh, not Jeffrey Kostrebski. I saw the 0. It was Ben Smith.
Number 10.
Number 10. Still a 0 there.
It's okay. It's a little tough.
49ers fighting to keep possession, but the Gamecock defense was able to
missed it right there.
A little bit of miscommunication. Number 12 recovers. Ben Smith now has it, flying past the blue line. Pass it back to number 2 with a shot. Right into the glove of the goalie. It's a nice catch.
That goalie's been in great position so far.
And that we have confirmed was
Ritter,
yes. Hasn't had to work too hard, but still has a number of saves
for the Gamecocks.
Sir Wall will give his team a little bit of some
Frank Martin magic right there.
Oh yeah, that's what you love to see. That's what I think every South Carolina coach aspires to be.
Frank Martin, I think so too.
It's a scary individual. Face off on the left side of the left circle in UNC territory with the clock running down, and that is the end of the first period.
So after one, the Gamecocks lose by. So after one, the Gamecocks are losing 2-0. We don't have any shots to any official shot counter, so we apologize. We can't tell you that, but obviously, it's safe to say that the 49ers are leading in shots and possession time right now.
It would seem as if that way, at least from what the scoreboard tells us and from the way we've seen it carried out. What do you think the Gamecocks need to do differently? What's the key things that they have to change?
I would say the key things the Gamecocks need to look for or need to do for them to succeed would be to put pressure on the puck. Like right now, they're walking into the blue line like easy, and that's not what you want to see if you're the Gamecocks defense. And another thing they might want to try to do is run more. Their breakouts have not been great. They need to be more precise and get into the zone so that they can have more opportunity to score.
And the Gamecocks coming up this season with, I believe, it looks like some new home uniforms.
Yeah, they used those towards the end of last season.
Okay, well, hopefully that'll bring up a new demeanor and some new play here in the second period. It just didn't seem like there was any, with the exception of 2 or 3 minutes, there wasn't a whole lot of fire coming out of that Gamecock offense.
Yeah, it's the first game of the season, and they got to get a little time under their belts
course.
there, and hopefully after that first period they'll recapture that magic they had last season.
The defense seemed to handle itself okay, at least during the power plays. Unfortunately, it was when they were even 5-on-5 that they were not
their
able.
penalty kill was great. That's just on 5-on-5, like you said, was not their game.
To give them some credit, that the first goal was just a little bit of defensive miscommunication, some breakdown. The second goal seemed to have bounced off of a defender, but still, it's maybe 1 or 2 seconds of difference. But I think we're going to head to commercial real quick, and when we come back, we will start with the second period of this game.
Yeah. Hey, next time.
And we are back for the start of the second period as the players are coming out onto the ice, getting ready to have a better half, at least for the Gamecocks, we hope.
Yeah, you are correct there, Sir Jack. I mean...
Sir Jack, I've been knighted now, all
yeah,
right.
Jack's a knight now. I apologize for that, folks. But the Gamecocks are back on the ice, and shortly the 49ers will be too. The Gamecocks did not do so hot in the first period there, but they are looking to maintain puck possession longer and get more shots on goal to change that.
Every team has their first game jitters. It's a little bit, the first period, home opener, first game of the season. So they just need hopefully need a little bit of time to just ease into it, get more comfortable, and be more offensive and more demanding on defense.
Plus, I have a feeling for this game for the Gamecocks is more of a warm-up because the 49ers are not necessarily in their division. They're in Division 2, we're in Division 3, so they aren't playing a lot of their big names like Lombardi or Pizzo.
Actually not playing today. Sorry to barge in on, but Nicholas Schofield, Alex Kranis, Bobby Van Heusen, Nick Pizzo, as you said, and Bobby Lombardi. He did dress out, but he is not playing today. Mm-hmm. So some of their bigger names not on the ice here today.
But it's great to see these younger guys getting a lot of playing time and getting their feet wet, so to speak.
I guess their feet cold would be the better phrase there.
Yeah, you're correct.
But no, they're getting they're the future of the team. Mm-hmm. They're these freshmen coming up, like Evan Hoey, I think we said. Evan Hoey. Jared Ward, of course, who is playing fairly well for his first start.
And Powderly, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't on the roster last year.
Possibly. See, there's Bobby Lombardi skating down the ice with his hat on. You can tell he's not raring to go.
Yeah, normally you see Lombardi doing Braden Holtby-esque stuff before the game, trying to just get himself warmed up right there. But
I'm gonna shake my head like I knew who you were talking about.
So he was the Capitals netminder who does.
Oh, I should have known that. Oops. I apologize, fans. I am new to hockey this year.
But just like the Gamecocks, Jack's getting his feet wet or cold, as he said, and he's doing a phenomenal job.
And it's pretty warm in here, I think. The real time is 10:10 p.m. Mm-hmm. Time it is right now. Still got both teams are getting ready for the puck drop of the second period.
And we're off.
And the Gamecocks were able to win possession.
Quickly get possession and stay on side.
17 has with a shot down, flying through the defender, but off the fingertips of Ritter. Big body slam into the wall, and the Gamecocks lose possession of the puck. But it's quickly cleared, and it should be. You would think it's icing it, and it is, rightly so.
All right, what do you like? I really like the fact that the Gamecocks started off
right off the bat, just flying down the ice.
Doing exactly what we said.
They might have had just a little bit of an uneven amount of men when they're coming down, but I mean, he was able to get a shot on net off, just right off the fingertips of the goalie. Face off.
Right off the webbing of the glove.
49ers, nice interception, and almost squeaks one in there.
Good
Tries
center.
to pass it back out, but a bit of a wimpy kind of wrister.
It went off the edge of the stick right there.
Oh, there we go. Gamecocks.
Keep it, no.
With a nice poke check and interception to gain possession. A little bit of a backwards pass.
But they still have possession. That was a good keep-in.
Number 21 for the Gamecocks. Flings it off. And again off the fingertips of Ritter.
Already putting pressure on Ritter.
Ritter, excuse me. One-on-one break. Number 9 flings it over to number 17.
That's
he gets tripped
penalty.
up and
I would assume we're going to see a penalty shot, but I might be wrong here. Because he was free.
And he was tripped up there. You get a penalty shot for tripping?
He was free one-on-one, so I'm assuming they're going to give him one, but I could be wrong. It looks like they're going to.
No?
Oh, no, it's a 2-minute penalty? All right. Guess he wasn't necessarily free and clear by the ref's perspective.
That's a 2-minute penalty, and that is Ray in the box. No, it's not.
Number 8. That's Tangs. Tangs was in the box.
That's Tangy. Yeah, Jake Tangy in the box. Ray is their team.
No, I said number 8.
No, he said number 8.
Ray.
All right, but
excuse me.
Now this is big for the Gamecocks because they lose one of their people who are at the forefront of their penalty kill in this one.
Face off in Gamecocks defensive zone.
Shot just goes wide.
Gamecocks are fighting alongside the
waffle
wall.
boarded in the corner, as Doc Emmert would say. Waffle boarded.
Ooh, that shot just barely misses.
And the 49ers have to regroup to center.
And center they have number 8 flying on the right side of the ice.
Stops. Tries to center it, doesn't pan out.
Gamecocks fighting possession of that. Squeaks right over.
And the whistle is blown for what?
A stoppage of time by the ref. We'll see what he's calling.
Did the net come off?
Timeout. Oh, 18:30. See what happens if the puck maybe flew out of play, or not seeing any confirmation. But there's another face-off.
It's going to be a face-off on. Yep.
Minute 30 left for the power play for the 49ers.
And the 49ers win the face-off.
Trying to center back in, passing it into the middle. Number 9, that's I
Oh.
can't remember his name. Tries to pass back out.
And they score. What
Wow.
a pass and a shot right there. I did not catch the number, but it was a great setup.
The assist came from Miller, and he passed it into tried to center it in a little bit to the right side of the net, and he just flung it in there and making it. Number 77, Arnold with the goal, off of the assist from Andrew Miller.
Now that is not what you wanted from the Gamecocks to start, but they
have won the face-off.
Yep. Shot. Oh.
Emma Mondo on the sideline confirming that it was the goal off of 77 Arnold from number 9 Andrew Miller.
Thank you, Emma.
Thank you very much, Emma Mondo. Gamecocks lost possession, and the 49ers are flying down the ice into Gamecock territory. But at the last second,
Ward spreads out right there and stops the puck.
49ers still fighting to keep something in. Flings it over number 16 for the 49ers. He tries to get a pass, tries to squeak a shot in, but it's just a bit wide left.
The Gamecocks are playing a little bit on their heels right now, and that's not what you want to see.
They seem very flustered with their defense.
The loss of Kyle Ware is evident right now in the way they're playing.
Evident in the way they're playing, evident in the lack of leadership and lack of communication.
Yep.
They try to fling a shot in, but too many bodies in the crease, and puck flies off.
The puck does not roll their way.
No, it does not. Number 15 for the Gamecocks fighting for possession. That's Sean Davis.
Sean Davis dumps it in right on net, and the goalie has to cover it up. So the Gamecocks will get an offensive zone face-off, and they'll try to score.
They got to get something going. And the interesting thing to me is that every single one of the goals they've been scored on hasn't been in the power play.
Yeah.
They've had 3 power plays and come unsuccessful each time. So something just not.
No, that one I think was on the power play, the last one.
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a power play goal. So they're 1 for 3 on the penalty kill. But other than that, you're right. They have been playing pretty well in the PK. But
nice pass, nice center, but
centers it to no one right there.
Number 12 for the Gamecocks just missed it.
He had the right idea.
Jack
I'll tell
Watson.
you that, though.
You can see the play being drawn up. Gamecocks fighting to keep it away from their goalie as they end up regaining possession, flying down the ice. But they lose it on the right wall. Getting a little scrappy there, you can see.
Yep.
The scoreboard's starting to get to the team. Nice pass off the wall, but it's intercepted by the Gamecocks. Number 12 has it, tries to get something going. Again, try to get a backdoor shot.
I think they're going to get a penalty here on the 49ers, if I'm correct.
Looks like it.
I think it was a hook.
It was a hook from the Gamecocks.
No,
from the 49ers.
From the 49ers, I'm pretty sure. Number 8, who is...
That would be Aquila.
So Aquila with the penalty. The Gamecocks get their first power play of the day.
Aquila. I'm sorry, that was terrible.
He tried. A for effort there, Jack.
Gamecocks have a power play as they have the face-off.
Jacob Taney
in their offensive
with the
zone.
Jacob
Taney going for the face-off.
Going for the puck right here.
Can get something going.
The Gamecocks get
somewhat wins possession.
Gain control of the face-off.
Try to get a shot in, and goalie is way out of the crease to try to get it. Hitting right off the 49er defender.
They tried to go back door right there.
Just not ready for it, and then flies right to the other side of the ice. Goalie coming out of the net, trying to keep this play alive. Taney passes to 13. Got a little bit of an odd man. Tries to center it in. A little bit of a backdoor. Centering it to number 23. Passes it back to number 13 for the Gamecocks. Centers it in, but again, another missed pass.
Just a
recovered by
Taney.
Right Taney tries to get it going out back to number 13. Centered to the top of the red line to 23. Blue line, excuse me. Trying to get anything going. They've kept up this possession in the offensive. 13 tries to slap one in there.
But it's blocked by the defense.
Tangy tries to hit one in there, but it's blocked and kept.
Tang's tried to go 5-hole right there, but the keeper Ritter just closed his legs at the right time. I do like the amount of pressure that they're having. Now
There's a lot of rat-a-tat-a-tat and keep going and trying to keep firing, but to no avail as they were not able to get anything off of that. Now up for the face-off is number 10.
1 minute and 10
Ben
seconds
Smith.
remaining on the power play.
Ben Smith loses the face-off, but the Gamecocks.
Convincingly. Uh-oh, on-man rush right here.
On-man rush. Now it's a
One-on-one.
one-on-one. Number 72
And he's
hits
wide.
it wide left. 49ers, the Gamecocks trying to keep possession. Number 15 for the Gamecocks has it. That is Sean Davis. Gamecocks still have possession. A couple poke checks. Almost had them lose puck, but they regained.
They got numbers.
Ben
They got
Smith
numbers
has
if they hurry. Oh.
Tries to center it in, but it's deflected
it in.
by UNC defender. Number 15 tries to keep possession. They have it at the top of the ice. Number 18 for the Gamecocks tries to get something going.
That puck.
Oh, but he loses possession of it. Wasn't hit or anything, just lost the pass.
But they regain
Number
it.
15
Oh.
flings one in there, but it's saved by the goalie. That was getting another shot from Sean Davis, who seemed to come alive in the last couple minutes of keeping possession for the Gamecocks, trying to keep that offensive attack going.
That opportunity right there may have been the best one yet for the Gamecocks. The puck just rolled and bounced their way, and they had a shot right on goal, but they just couldn't find the back of the net.
Jack Watson up for the face-off for the Gamecocks in their offensive zone.
31 seconds remaining on the power play.
Wins possession for the Gamecocks. Flings one in there, but
and it
right
hits the post.
off of the post,
Off
of the left
iron.
post.
Uh-oh.
Number 9,
On-man rush
that's
coming.
Miller for the 49ers.
2-on-1.
Centers one in,
Good
but a nice
save.
body block from the Gamecock defender.
Jack
lack of
inventing new
terms.
terms here.
For a lack of better words, 49ers still have it. Trying to keep something going. Puck's in the air. 49ers recover. Miller passes it.
That would have been a high stick.
Number 77 has it for the 49ers. Tries to get something going.
They gotta
Flings
get
one
in
in.
front of him.
Bounces off of Ward. Gamecocks have possession.
Every time we keep on saying Ward, I start thinking of Cam Ward for the Hurricanes.
That's a team you haven't heard about in about 10 years.
Since the last time Cam Ward won a championship with them.
Exactly.
That's the time.
Oh, nice opportunity for the Gamecocks.
That's got to be a penalty.
That's got to be a penalty. And there it
Gamecocks
is.
Look like they're about to either have another power play because they haven't made the penalty shot motion yet.
That was a clear and present opportunity. It was a hold, as we were seeing from the refs. Number 12 for the Gamecocks, Jack Watson, after intercepting a miscommunicated pass, had a clear opportunity to score, but the defender came from behind and
the defender chose. I'd rather make them it's like a free throw. I'd rather make them prove that they can score on this than give them a 1-on-0 with the goaltender.
Guess being up 3-0, that's a risk you're willing to take.
Yeah, I would say so.
Another power play for the Gamecocks. They're 0-1 when it comes to success on the power play. Flings it in off of the leg of the UNC goalie. Tangy has it for the Gamecocks, but a nice poke check from number 77.
Tang's just got flattened.
And he just, after he lost his stick, he had to kick it with his skate. Gamecocks.
They're yelling for a penalty right now. Tang was very verbal to the ref right there.
Not liking the lack of the call. Think that's an icing for the 49ers? Nope.
No, they're on a power play, so they can't ice there, Jack.
Did not know that. There we go.
Well, you're learning.
Now I am.
Oh.
Just been a game of miscommunications for the Gamecocks, if anything. A lot of missed opportunities.
Unlike their last power play, the Gamecocks have not been able to break out into the ice this well.
Good power play defense from the 49ers. Gamecocks have it going through the middle of the ice. But again, see, just another missed pass.
But it works out for
them. But they're still able
them.
to recover. Number 20 for the Gamecocks.
Now they need to
passes
move
it
around.
back, all the way over to a little bit behind the red line. Passes it
No
off
one's
the wall.
behind the net.
No one is there.
And
Tangy
that'll
tries
be
to
a
recover.
clear.
All the way down. Number 23 for the Gamecocks going to recover. Goalie's out of the net.
50 seconds remaining on the power play for the Gamecocks.
12:55 left in the period. Bouncing off the wall. The Gamecocks are trying to just get it out of their zone. But the 49ers are quick to recover. Number 16 for the 49ers going off the red line. Swings it all the way down. Oh!
What a hit
for number 13. And I think
they're going to hit him with
they're gonna call him a penalty.
They're going to hit him with a roughing penalty right there, although that was a massive hit. But the ref thought that it wasn't up to standard.
The puck had clearly left his possession. He had passed it already, or he had shot it, already, and they're going to say that was a bit too late for him.
So it'll be
a 4-on-4 for about 34 seconds, and then a power play for a little bit under a minute and a half.
This is something we've seen from the Gamecocks before last year. They have a little bit of trouble keeping their heads level, so to speak. So it'll be interesting to see what happens after this 4-on-4 ends and the Gamecocks go on the penalty kill.
Face off in the Gamecock defensive zone. Won by the Gamecocks. Going behind the goal around the red line. Gamecocks trying to get it out of their zone, but they lose possession. as the 49ers have it crossing mid-ice. Center ice? Mid-ice?
Center. Either one's fine.
Either or? Okay, good to know.
Oh.
Gamecocks with a nice poke check, and one of the pokes is flying down the ice. Getting scrappy, you can see again.
Oh, he kept it in. Oh my gosh, what a move.
Number 6
He's
has
going
it
to
for the
need some help,
Gamecocks.
though.
Martone was credited with the penalty, and he'll be out for the next minute and a half as the 4-on-4 is ending and the power play is beginning for the 49ers. Goalie trying to...
Good use of the stick, though. And he covers the corner. Oh, and he gets the other post.
Save, and that's another goal. Just goalie, too many saves and not enough.
Not enough defensemen right there. And so they got the easy put-in goal. I mean, if you're Ward right there, you really look to your defense, go, where's the help? He had to make 2, maybe 3 saves right there before the ultimate put-away goal.
And that's a goal from number 72, Chase Weirden, who had 9 goals last season, and is showing up again today. And this is just
not
beginning to be a downward
spiral for the game.
I was gonna say like a rolling snowball, you know, around the ice.
Oh,
So like
yeah, that works too.
Snowballing down and just not getting better as each minute passes. Emma Mondo on the sideline telling us that Weirden was assisted by number 74, Gil Martin, and number 23 for the 49ers, McCoy. And as I was talking, another goal is scored for the 49ers.
Someone call in a goalie change. Will it happen? Probably not, but it looks like the Gamecocks might need that for them to start playing.
77 with the goal.
With the put-in goal, it was a gimme.
That is Arnold again, who I believe had an earlier goal.
Hey, Arnold now has 2.
We believe
had not intended right there.
I think it was
completely
intended. I could see the look in your eyes.
All right, but anyway, this is not what you want to see from the Gamecocks. It's a sad 5-0 now 49ers lead. It looks like they're taking revenge from last year.
Power play is ended for the 49ers, and they made the most of it with, I believe, 2 goals in the power play?
They got 1 goal on the power play, and then the last one was 5-on-5.
Okay.
Because the power play ends right after the goal scored.
Okay, did not know that either. There we go.
We're learning.
I am learning. Oh, big hit from a Gamecock from number 2. That's Evan Hoey. But
he was wearing brighter pants than everybody else.
He is. I think they're a different color. He's wearing red. Everyone else is wearing black.
Oh, good
Jeffrey Kashevsky with a nice spin and a nice shot, but right off of the knee of the goalie.
Good stop and start right there. Uh-oh, it's about to be a 2-on-1 for the 49ers. Shot. Good save by Ward.
Of Ward. I gotta say, I lived across the hall from Jeffrey Kashevsky last year. Great guy.
Great guy?
Oh, yeah. He was a great hallmate. Shout out to Jeffrey Kashevsky and Columbia Hall.
Oh, Columbia Hall. See, I didn't live in Columbia Hall. I lived in South Quad. Shout out to everybody from there.
Yikes. All right.
All right, anyway.
Face off in the Gamecock defensive zone as they're going to try to just make this game a little less embarrassing. Exactly. For lack of better words, I guess. 11 minutes left in the period. Gamecocks doing everything they can to try to even the score, or at least put anything on the board.
Yeah, I think at this point it's more about let's just get 1 on the board and not be shut out here.
Puck flew out of play.
10:48 remaining in the second period. And sadly, there's no slaughter rule in hockey, so we will be here all night.
Who knows? It could be one of the greatest comeback stories ever.
I mean, it happened last year. They were down 3 goals, and they came back to tie and ultimately win. Maybe they can do it again. But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
One can only hope.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still want just 1 goal.
Gamecocks lose the face-off, and the 49ers retain possession. Passes it off the wall, but slips up on the recovery. You could say they have it behind the red line, and behind the goal.
They retain possession right there.
For the Gamecocks.
That is a terrible idea of a pass.
Possession,
but they gain it back.
They regain possession now. Trying to get something going. A little bit of a miscommunicated pass as it flies all the way back, and the goalie will again stop.
And Ritter smartly holds the puck, and there'll be a face-off in the offensive zone for the Gamecocks.
And they have not been able to get anything going off of these face-offs, even when they win them.
They've gotten a couple of good attempts, but nothing to find the back of the net. So hopefully, if they win the face-off right here, I'd look for number 11 to try and screen the goalie.
Jeffrey Kostrebski up for the face-off, and he wins it for the Gamecocks, but number 6 was not prepared. And the 49ers retain possession, bounce it off the wall. Number 28 for the for the 49ers, flying down behind the red line.
Good pass.
Trying to get something going past. Centers it in. Can't really see what's happening.
Gamecocks recover it.
Thank you. Gamecocks recover, but the 49ers quickly intercept.
That'll probably be an icing for the Gamecocks. Oh, no ice.
Ref puts his hands out to signal no icing. 15 for the 49ers has the puck, flings it all the way to the other side of the ice.
And they
where
lose
the
it.
Gamecocks are able to intercept, but he again loses it.
Oh, he passes
Number
off
6 is fighting for it. Number 11 comes in to try to fight for the
waffle
Gamecocks.
boarded into the corner.
Now there's a fight going on and getting kind of scrappy.
It's 2-on-1 if they get the pass.
Position for Jeffrey Ships, he misses the pass.
And they can't come up with it.
Number 11 misses the pass as well, and that's Siegfried. 49ers fling it out, hits one of his own defenders. Gamecocks recover, try to fling one in the middle, but it's tipped out to the left. I wouldn't say you call that a shot. Gamecocks recover with a chance.
They got numbers.
Behind the red line, behind the goal, trying to get one in the back door. Again,
but
no, wasn't paying attention.
Oh, they're going for a change, and it's a 2-on-1. Oh,
Number 28.
He gets his pass.
Nice poke check from the Gamecock defender. Keep the momentum.
They got numbers
down.
if they keep their head
12
down.
has the puck, but he loses it for a moment, trips himself up. Going behind the
He
red
has a
line,
pass.
12 centers it
Good
in.
pass. Oh, and
misses
they can't.
the pass.
I can't see the number.
I think it was number 12 who was not able to control the puck well enough to get a shot off.
A beautiful opportunity though, right there. That was a very smart pass. The only thing that was missing was a good connection right there by number 12.
10. Excuse
10.
me.
My bad.
That will be Ben Smith. Number 12 now up for the face-off. See, we were just telling the future. Who slightly wins it for the Gamecocks, I guess you could say, but possession is quickly lost.
And then regained.
And then regained for the Gamecocks. Number 21 has it, passes it out off the knee of the Gamecock midfielder.
And now they have to
for the
regain
Gamecocks.
their
Just
composure.
flings it all the way around to where number 12 recovers. Behind the red line. Players getting scrappy on the left side of the ice.
Gamecocks
Crowd
lose the
looking
puck
for a penalty.
again.
Miscommunicated pass, but number 9, Andrew Miller, trying to
is
get it.
quick. Andrew Miller is
You can
fast.
see why he scored the most goals for that team last year. Always on the offensive side of the ice.
Always using his PF flyers right there. I mean, geez.
I don't think those are actually a type of skate.
Hey, but I mean, it's the Mario thing.
I mean, I guess.
It's an expression, Jack. I tried.
Is it really, though?
Yeah, you've never heard that?
I mean, I'm not in hockey, I guess.
Oh, okay. Fine, he put on his skates. Is that better, Jack?
Crowd not too happy with
my joke? No.
That too, probably, if they could hear from all the way up here.
Wow, all right, thank you, Jack. But anyway, I think that they're going to put two men in the box here for roughing on both.
See number 13 for the Gamecocks going in the box. That is Alec Martone. Again, that's the second penalty of the night, I believe.
And I did not catch the number of who's in the box for I almost said Pens, but for the 49ers. So it'll be 4-on-4 hockey for a good 2 minutes here with 8:12 remaining in the game. Jack, what do you think the Gamecocks need to do to get on the board?
Honestly, I just think it's been a game of missed opportunities, missed passes, miscommunication. I don't know if they haven't gotten their communication down, their synchronization up from, the off season, but they just don't seem to be firing all in the same cylinder. I mean, they've had opportunities with nice centers and, good attacks, but just haven't been able to finish. And that's, in hockey, that's the most important thing. You just have to finish. It doesn't matter what you do on either in between the ice. You got to finish.
You got to put the puck in the back of the net somehow. Maybe they'll have better likes of it here with more space on the ice in the 4-on-4. Or maybe not.
Emma Mondo is telling us that it is apparent that Alec Martone is not happy with this penalty, as you believe he should be. Number 8, Tanguy gets laid out from the defender, and there's got to be a penalty. And now there's a fight breaking out between the Gamecocks and the 49ers. It's a 2-on-1. And now both of them are throwing hands. Tanguy and number 24 for the Gamecocks.
And the
Ref is
fans
having
were
words
getting
with
into
Tanguy, and the fans are loving the scrappiness between the two teams.
Tangs got leveled into the net right there. And he was not expecting that.
No,
one.
he was not. He just tried to pass the puck and was hit right into the net. And we're going to see what the refs are going to do about that.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see who goes to the box now.
Number 23 for the.
I would say
Tanguy going to the box, and number 23 as well going to the box for the 49ers. That is McCoy.
3 then?
I believe it would be, at least for this next minute and 17 seconds, and then it would be a 4-on-4
we don't see
for the remainder.
Except for an overtime in the NHL.
No, you're correct. So we got Tanguy and Martone in the box for the Gamecocks.
4-on-4, we could be wrong. Maybe the penalties just add to each other.
So after minute 17, they'll be let out of the box, but after another minute or 43 seconds, then
unless they
Tanguy
got a
will be
misconduct, but I don't know if they would get a misconduct.
See, it seems to be a 4-on-4 still.
we'll get back to you at the duration of the 4-on-4. But it's at least 4-on-4 for the next minute and 17 seconds, and then we'll see what happens.
Ben Smith for the face-off. Wins it, passes
clean.
to number 15, who
Ben.
loses possession, trying to get something going, but they regain and then lose it again behind the red line. Number 18 for the Gamecocks looking to regain possession, passes it out up to the top of the ice. But a
bad
nice
idea.
interception
No.
from Miller, who passes it to number 67, who has a one-on-one. And
it's
beautiful,
a save.
beautiful glove save from Jake Ward.
Yeah, I think Jared Ward did get
Jared
a piece.
Ward.
I think Jared Ward did get a piece of that, but there was a lot of room there for 67 to put the puck in the back of the net.
So would that be a one-on-one or a nothing? Like
It'd be a 1-on, like it'd be a 1-on-0 because
Okay,
he was
that's what I
passed and free on the goaltender. It'd be a
breakaway. Face off on the Gamecock defensive zone, left side of the ice.
It's a big one for the Gamecocks to win right here.
Miller trying to win it for the 49ers, but he ends up losing it. Winning it, regaining it. Number 67 for the 49ers has it. Passes it out to number 15.
Gets it back.
Passes it again to number 67 with a nice center in.
Oh,
But he loses possession of the pass. Passes it out to the top of the ice to number 15. Passes to the right corner. Going behind the red line with a nice wall check from a Gamecock defender. Passes it.
The Gamecocks regain control of the puck.
If only for a moment or two as it hits off his boot.
Oh, and they stay on side
it.
right there. But a little miscommunication between the Gamecocks knowing who was going for that puck first.
Number 10 has possession, but he trips up and falls.
And he nearly gets it.
And now it's looking like almost a one-on-one.
It'll be a 2-on-1 right here.
2-on-1, pass it out to the center to 77, who flings one in.
Good
But another
save.
good save with his knees from, is that still Ward?
Still Ward, number 30?
31 now, yeah, okay, 31. Jared Ward.
Wait, actually.
No, it's 31.
Are you sure it's 31?
I believe it is.
The puck is in
The
the
puck is
goaltender's
in the
pad.
goaltender's pads. It must have gone in his knee pad, I guess. You're looking for it in that. It's not there, so you assume it's in his pads. 7 seconds left for the immediate 4x4, and now they have found the puck. And yeah, that is 31.
Yeah. For a second, I'm just so used to seeing that number 30 for the Gamecocks with Lombardi.
They're going
They
to count
did?
that as a goal? They
That
counted
went
it as a
in?
goal. Goal was credited to number 67 for the 49ers. That is Usinger, who was assisted by number 9, Miller, and number 5, Dinkler. So now it is 6-0.
Talk about a last name right there.
Oh, it's a team of last names, Ben. Okay, so now there's no time on the clock for penalties, but there's still 2 players in the box.
Well, good shot there.
The
by
4-on-4 is still on. Yeah, no. Is it a 5-on-5 now?
It's a 5-on-5 now, so they may have been. So they'll be probably in the penalty box for, I'd assume, the rest of the period.
Okay.
They could have got a misconduct.
That's what it seems to happen because there's no time on the scoreboard for penalties. Trying to center it in. Nice pass, but a little bit out of reach for the Gamecock offenseman. Big body slam on the wall. Number 17 tries to get something going but loses possession.
And that'll be a trip
that'll be a
for the
tripping.
Gamecocks. Number
think-
13 right there on the penalty.
Did they call it?
Yeah, they did. When the arm's up by the ref, that
It's a
means
delayed penalty. That'll be on number 13, Alec Martone, once again. That'll be his 3rd trip to the box. He actually just got out of the box, and now will be going right back in.
It has not been his best day.
No, it hasn't. You can see the score differential getting to him.
And both players now get to return to the benches since there's been a stoppage in play. That's what we were waiting for.
Okay. So yeah, Martone will be in the box for the 3rd time, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, this period, I think he's had
at least 2.
This period.
So
possibly 3.
He definitely knows what the inside of that box looks like by now after this game. But I mean, obviously he is a little disgruntled at the way his team's playing out there today.
Gamecocks were not able to win the face-off in their defensive zone, so the 49ers will retain possession, but they quickly lose possession. Nice pass off the wall, but actually out of play. There'll be another stoppage of time with 5 minutes and 7 seconds left in the 2nd period and a minute 49 left in this 49er power play. Is there any way the Gamecocks can salvage this game and try to get a moral victory?
I think the moral victory here would be to get the puck in the back of the net, or at least to not let the 49ers score anymore. But as of right now, I mean, the 49ers look dominant, and if they keep giving the 49ers penalties, this will not go the Gamecocks' way.
I don't know if anyone's been keeping track of their success ratio on power plays. unfortunately have not.
I think they're about like 2 for 5, something like that. If I
That
can
would
go
sound
off the
about
top of my
right.
head.
You can see another opportunity there for number 23 for the Gamecocks to score, and you can see his frustration as he hits the glass. That's Brian Orr, who had a close attempt, but just shot it right into the stomach of
Brian
the goalie.
Soar right there.
Orr.
He was so close.
Orr. We were told by Emma it was Orr. I know.
Oh, okay. Whoops. Emma. Whoops, my bad. Brian Orr. Reminds me of Bobby Orr, the old great hockey player.
I only know Zach Orr, the current, I think, linebacker for the Cowboys, maybe? Eagles? One of the two. You should know that better than I.
Yeah.
Gamecocks lose the face-off. 49ers in possession. That was a cheeky little jump to
I
keep
like that
possession.
word.
Thank you. 67 flings it in, but right
Ward
into the glove.
makes the save.
I mean, Ward is having, to
We've
his
been
credit,
saying his name too much, though, tonight.
We have.
That's the problem. That's why the 49ers have put the puck in the net.
for the most part, it has been good, though. I mean, he's had, I think, a little bit more saves than he's had goals, obviously.
Well, that's hopefully what you want from a goaltender.
Of course, that is exactly what you want, especially on the freshman's first start. Another face-off in the Gamecocks defensive zone, but the 49ers win it with a nice center pass. Passes it in. Ooh, that'll be a big hit within the crease. I don't know if they're going to say something about that.
No penalty, clean hit.
But you can see they're getting scrappy now.
Way to get a block. And the Gamecock faithful are having a little bit of fun with number 67 right now.
Oh, yeah. That's what you got to love about Gamecock fans. No matter what the score is, they're here to stay and here to cheer
Have
their
some
team
fun.
on.
Exactly. I can't wait to see what the Gamecock fans do tomorrow night.
It will be extremely packed. I was hoping I would even get a ticket. See, there's a stoppage of time, and there's a face-off in the Gamecock defensive zone. Won by the 49ers, if only for a second, but they were able to retain possession behind the red line and then lose it once again. Pressed up against the wall, the Gamecock, number 22, I believe it is, lost possession. And again, they're just fighting for it. Gamecocks regain possession, trying to get something going.
Miscommunication right
Could have
there.
been a 2-on-1, but lack of communication causes them to lose possession of the puck. 49ers now have it, but he trips himself up. 17 has a minute. Oh, but a big hit for number 67 who causes 17 to lose
A little
possession
chaotic right
of
there.
the puck. Intercepted by the UNC defender. Passed
Good
out to
defense
67 with a
right
nice
there.
poke check from the Gamecock defender. Bounce off the wall. Bounce off the wall twice. Number 10 from the 49ers with a nice pass to number 13.
He deked out of the way and that
Trying to
got
get something
right
going.
to him.
Passes it out, hit right off of Ward. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in this second
The
period.
Gamecocks really need to get this puck out of their zone right now.
It spent the
And they
entirety
do.
of the period in there.
And it goes straight back in.
Flung off
Let's
back
see if the
behind the
Gamecocks
red
can
line.
break out right here.
Just a little bit of a
That'll be a nice. Oh, nope. They're letting them play here today. Uh-oh.
I think at this point you got to be careful with the ref staring him down right there. Nice bounce pass off the wall, but with some hustle, the Gamecocks retain possession. Tries to get a pass out or a shot off, but it's intercepted.
He sells out for it. Ben Smith right there, but he
Gotta
doesn't
put
come
you
up
back on
with
the line.
it.
Number
Gets
18
back on
has
side
it.
though.
With a nice pass to Ben Smith. Ben Smith has a shot.
With another pass.
Oh,
and
and a nice. That is a goal from number 18 for the Gamecocks. That is Ian Powderly off the assist of Ben Smith. Ben
the
Smith
Gamecocks are on the board.
took him long enough, but they finally have arrived.
Ben Smith's hustle on that play was phenomenal. He had to hustle. He dove to keep the puck, and then he had to hustle back to be onside, and then he makes the great pass to set up Powderly for the easy score.
It was honestly a shot that he tried to get that was saved by the goalie, but then tipped up to number 18, or tipped up to himself, and he was able to pass it to 18, Ian Powderly, and the Gamecocks finally find themselves on the board.
All right, well, the Gamecocks will not get goose egg today, so that is great.
No, they will not. Confirmation from our sideline reporter, Emma Mondo, that it was, in fact, Ian Powderly from Ben Smith. Again, they try to keep it going. Ben Smith with a shot, but it goes right off the glove, or the block save, of the goalie. Gamecocks trying to keep, and the crowd livening up after that first goal scored, trying to keep the momentum going. Ian Powderly with the possession, passing it out to number 12, who tries to get something going. It's a nice
Powderly
center.
again. Oh!
Powderly couldn't get a second goal of the night. Went right off the leg of Ritter.
Ben Smith already had his hands up all ready to celebrate on that one.
Can't celebrate before you score. Stoppage of time from the ref.
As
An offsides.
As number 23, Brian Orr right now could not handle that puck, and it really put a damper to the offensive attack right there for the Gamecocks.
Yes, you're right, it did. Minute 56 left in the second period. And I guess it's because of all the goals scored, but I feel like the first period went by a lot faster than the second period.
I would say you're right. There's been a couple more penalty calls this period and a couple more goals scored, so we would have way more stoppage play. That was a beautiful move by 77.
Number 77 tries to center it in. More of a shot, bounces right off of Jared Ward's chest. Finally got that name right without having to look. Gamecocks try to get something going, but they lose possession. And then quickly regaining possession as Tang's trying to fly on the ice. Yeah, oh, never mind. But he wasn't able to get anything going. That was actually number 6, Mike Borst. Passes out to number 7. Passes to Jeffrey Gastrebsky behind the red line. But the defender quickly flings it out there. Able to keep the puck on the offensive side for the Gamecocks. Just trying to get something going. They're being a lot more
aggressive right now
with their attack.
Using the boards very well at the moment.
Jeffrey Gastrebsky flying down the ice, trying to keep possession up for the Gamecocks. Puck bounces off the net, and a huge hit from Mike Borst. Absolutely leveled the UNC defender. Puck flies in the air all the way back to Ward.
Which will not be an icing since Ward touched it.
Passes back out. Flung to center ice with a nice deflection from the 49er defender, Flinging behind the red line, behind the net, but the Gamecocks recover. Number 24 hits it off the wall, tries to pass it in, centers it in, but it hits the foot of the UNC defender. Again, off the post, it looked like, and then it was recovered. And a late hit for number 16 for the 49ers.
And the Gamecock fans were really getting into it there as they sustained pressure right there, the Gamecocks did, so the fans were getting in there with the old Gamecocks chant.
Unfortunately, it hasn't been successful this last minute and a half. You've seen the fire and the life come out from the Gamecocks.
If only they would have started out playing like this right now, Jack.
Hopefully they can continue that and transition that into the third period. Try to close the gap of the score differential. Gamecocks lose the face-off in their offensive zone.
But they regain the puck. If he centers it right now.
Number 13 recovered, but was not able to center it. Number 25 on the other side of the ice was able to get it. They try to center it in, passes it back out, but a nice poke check from number 5, who just slaps it out to try to clear it. 67 is a speedy little fella.
3-on-1, no, 3-on-2 right now.
Flings it in, but it hits off of the almost the elbow of.
A nice glove, a nice shoulder save by the goalie.
And that is the end of the second period. Well, Gamecocks were able to get themselves back on the board, but unfortunately, so were the 49ers, and much more often and a lot quicker. So that's the end of the second period. After the break, we'll be back talking about what the Gamecocks need to do, what you saw in that period, and anything else we feel like we need to talk about before the third period starts to begin. See you then.
Good job, Jack.
And as the Zamboni is about halfway done, Ben and I are here to talk about, what we saw in that last period and what the Gamecocks need to improve in order to shorten this deficit as the third period comes to a start.
Yeah, number one for me would be the fact that they really need to keep their composure out there. And this has been prevalent over the last couple of seasons for the Gamecocks. They haven't been able to keep their heads up, if you understand. When they get down, they get angry. And I mean,
it brings their deficits a lot bigger. They'll go from being down 1 or 2 goals to them losing their cool because of those goals and ended up, like they are now, down 5. The 49ers in that period were 2 for 3 off of power plays. And so, I mean, could be 4-1 with a little bit more manageable. As we know, the Gamecocks have been able to come back from a 4-1 deficit in the third period before, as we saw last season. So the penalties, and Alec Martone was just either getting picked on by the refs or getting caught because he was
the back of that penalty box by memory at that point.
I think he was sitting in the penalty box more than he was out on the ice in that period.
I would say so.
Another thing for the Gamecocks that I liked is that at least it might not have been too successful. They did have 1 goal, but they were much more aggressive in their attack.
Yeah, they were much more aggressive on the offensive side, getting more shots on net, really selling out sometimes. I mean, being down 6 at that time, it gives you a chance to kind of sell out right there, so to speak. But like seeing them pass the puck a little better in that period was probably what was really pivotal for them to get that goal.
Exactly. I think that in order to keep this deficit the way it is, or to try to get a little bit closer, they need to lock down on defense number 9, Andrew Miller, and number 67 for the 49ers. Those two were just flying down the ice. The minute the puck crossed center ice, they were both there.
Yeah, they had a lot on 2-on-1 breaks, and that's not what you want to see if you're the Gamecocks D right there. Whether they just got the puck when the defense was switching, or if they just kept their heads up and the defense was not looking. And that's not what you want to see, because Miller is easily the fastest man on the ice now that Kyle Ware is not a Gamecock anymore because he graduated. He's the fastest man on the ice, and you can easily see that out there.
I mean, I don't want to talk about Kyle Ware as much as ESPN talks about Tim Tebow, but you can see it's apparent that his absence has, at least for this first game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only the first game, but you can see his absence is apparent in the way they're playing. Whether it's just, like I said earlier, this whole game has just been miscommunications. There was a lot of opportunities in that period for the team to score, whether it was a missed pass or just a little bit off. I mean, they had a couple different opportunities where they could score, and finally, the reason they did score is because off of Ben Smith.
Ben Smith's hustle right there, and then he made a nice pass to set up the goal. And
So,
I mean, you're right. Their offense looked a little bit better that period, but you can definitely tell that the loss of Kyle Ware is big on their offense, not only their defense, because Kyle Ware was easily the most important guy on the ice for the Gamecocks last year, and he scored the most goals. He had the most assists. He led the Gamecocks in pretty much every category, and so I know we're beating a dead horse right here, but like we can definitely see his impact level because he's not there this year.
And not to say that Bobby Lombardi would have made more, or would have maybe saved some of those shots or some of those goals, but I still think that Jared Ward is showing that he can be a prominent player on this team. I think that we might have, we've said, like you said, we've said his name too many times tonight, which is never a good thing. But for the most part, he has held his own.
Yeah, for the most part, he had that one goal where it was a really freaky mishap. Other than that, he's been solid, but he hasn't been great. But I mean, solid is good. The problem that the Gamecocks have is not with him, it's with their defense. Their defense is giving up way too many chances.
All right, and as the buzzer rings, we are about ready to start the third period, so we're about to cut to break real quick, and when we come back, we'll start the third and final period for the first game of the South Carolina ice hockey season.
We are back at the Plex as the third period is underway. The Gamecocks win the faceoff and pass it up mid-ice. Now the Gamecocks control the Gamecocks control the puck, but dump it in, and they do not recover it as the puck is quickly moved up the ice by number 77. We've been saying his number a lot. Number 77 then loses the puck in the corner. However, the Gamecocks don't have enough people there. And number 23 of the Gamecocks recovers the puck, but turns it right over, and it's easy centered, and it's out of play.
Apologize for leaving you for a second. I was trying to get some water, but all of it's frozen.
Really?
I guess it's a thing being at an ice hockey rink. I guess they don't have any actual water.
That's insane.
So I went down on the ice to try to get some, and there was a bunch of players that came out and started skating around me, and I got really scared, so I ran off. So
yeah, I was not prepared for that. If any of y'all could tell right there. Oh my gosh.
I think you still held your way up. Okay, so Bobby is now back in the net.
Oh, he is?
He is. Bobby's back in the net. It is not Jared Ward anymore, and Lombardi getting some playing time.
Which is exactly what you want to see.
I think that's just Sir Waugh saying, not saying, you know, he's got to get Ward out, but he wants to keep this deficit.
I think he wants to keep the deficit as it is, but also I think he wants Bobby to have a little bit of playing time under his legs before the big Clemson series.
It's nice. I mean, I think he's seeing how his players came a little rusty. You know, it took him a couple periods to get going. He doesn't want to see the same thing come out of his, you know, his, dare I say, star goalie.
And knowing Bobby, he was probably looking at Coach saying, all right, it's time to put me in there, Coach.
I'm ready to go. We'll see how he fares against this 49er defense. I think you'll see a little bit more direction coming out of him than you did from Ward. Again, that's nothing against him, but Ward hasn't built any chemistry with the team so as of yet in game. So I think it's going to be nice to have Ward. It'll be better for the defense, getting them to, you know, talk about what they need to talk about. Gamecocks trying to get something going, but they keep losing possessions, kind of going back and forth, ping-pong in between both teams. Ooh, we almost had it, but Ben Smith fell.
It did not go his way right there.
Did not. He fell on his knees. Number 22 for the Gamecocks, Duncan Hickman, trying to get something going. That was interesting. Number 12 flying in, using his body, trying to get the puck away. And I think it'll be icing, and icing it is. So I've learned now, one of the things I have, and I probably should have known this, and I maybe just forgot. When the ref does this, and I know no one can see me that hears this, that means icing. And when he does this, it's not.
Yeah.
So I've learned that, and I know none of y'all back listening knew exactly what I was doing.
He raised his hand above, and then he went sideways.
I mean, if they know anything about hockey, they know what I'm talking
That's true.
about. So just know that I'm learning.
We'll get you there, Jack. We'll get you there.
Only reason I'm here is because I can talk fast.
Well, yeah, you can talk a lot faster than me, I'll tell you that. Gamecocks
lose possession of the face-off, but quickly regain it behind the red line with a risky kind of pass, trying to get it out. Number 18 for the Gamecocks, trying to get something going. He's about a 1-on-5, I guess, and just got slammed into the glass right there. Trying to regain, he definitely lost possession, and 49ers recover, but a nice poke check from Tenji. I apologize, Jake. I was calling you Tangy the entire first two periods.
He was in my one of my business classes last year. Me and him had a lot of fun in that class.
In my defense, I'm fairly certain Emma Mondo told me to say that it was Jake Tangy. So.
No penalty call right there.
And you can hear the fans are not happy with that. But some of our hockey experts up here in the booth are saying that was the right call. It was a trip, and let's see. Number 67.
Usinger is going to the box.
And that'll be nice. Gives the offense for. You can hear the fans like to mess with number 67. The quote was, "It's just a door. Open it." Thank you, experts in the bleachers. But like I said, that'll kill some of the explosiveness of that 49er offense, or at least for the next 2 minutes. Gamecocks win the face-off. Try to get in the center, but again, see another missed pass.
And it doesn't work. And it doesn't work out for him. But I mean, they retained possession right there.
But just another couple seconds gone by that they could have tried to get something going. It's just been a game of missed passes and miscommunications for this Gamecock team.
They tried to center it, but Ritter put his stick on it right there.
Puck flew in the air. Gamecocks regained possession, hit it off the wall. Nice body check from number 12. Gamecocks number 21. That is Ian Schneider. Trying to get something going, passes it back out to Jeffrey Kostrebski, who passes it again to, I believe, Ian Schneider. Passes it up past the blue line. Number 12 for the Gamecocks, Jack Watson, trying to get something going. Nice center, passes in, but a better save from Ritten.
What a
Puck flies
chance
all the
there
way
for
over
the
to Bobby.
Gamecocks.
Bobby flings one in the air, almost hits the ref in the head, but
Gets the puck in the zone. However, the 49ers recover and nearly clear the puck all the way down the ice.
if it hadn't been for that nice interception, Kashevsky has the puck, going around the Gamecock defensive zone, almost loses it.
Keeps
Again,
control.
nice
It's
little
a
puck.
3-on-2
He's going
for
to
the
be going all the way
Gamecocks.
down, tries to center it in, you think, passes it back behind him. Little no-look backwards pass from Kashevsky.
Gets a little fancy on the drop pass right there.
Passing it to the right side behind the red line with a little spin around. Kashevsky passes it back up behind the red line, waiting for it to come back out to him, passes it to the left side of the ice. Again to Kashevsky. Kashevsky passes it into the center, but after a poke check, again recovered by the Gamecocks, right off of the glove of the goalie. Gamecocks retain possession, trying to keep something going again with this nice attacking force, just going back to back to back. 13 for the Gamecocks, that is Alec Martone, who is finally seeing some time on the ice and not in the box, but flings that shot right into the glove
Of the goaltender, of Ritter right there. Now the Gamecocks only have 20 seconds on the power play. Let's see what they can make out of the rest of
because
this.
they have yet to be
time.
successful on a power play today.
No, they have not.
I think maybe 3 or 4 power plays they've had.
Yeah, they've been 0 for. The penalty kill has been strong for the 49ers. Ooh, a blast from the point.
What a slap shot from number 6 coming up from the top of the red line, or from their own blue line, or their offensive blue line, excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Another missed pass.
Oh,
Nice body check, I guess you could say. He didn't use his stick, but he didn't use anything else, and legal enough to not warrant a penalty.
a rare missed opportunity for the 49ers right there in this game.
Stoppage of time from the ref. I guess the puck flew out of play. And you can see Bobby gets going even when when nothing's happening.
He's got to stay sharp somehow.
Yes, he does, and I think you could tell he was itching to get back on the ice.
Oh, yeah, it's tough for a guy like Bobby to keep his cool just sitting there. He always wants to be in the action, and I mean, he's been great in the past, and he's great now, so he's just getting...
No reason to
feet
keep him
wet.
out.
Yeah. And that's nothing against Ward. He was solid, as we said.
I keep seeing get your feet wet. They're wearing skates. I mean, those are pretty thick.
It's a...
Oh!
That's a goal from number...
Bobby Lombardi stuck to the left side of the net, and that got exposed as a nice center pass to number 10.
There was nothing Bobby could do there on a 2-on-1 with a perfect pass and a perfect opportunity. I mean, what was the defense doing right there?
He had absolutely no help, and you can see it in his eyes right now, or in his stance. He is not happy. You can see it in the body language that was not what he was looking for.
The Charlotte 49ers are now have now scored a touchdown on the Gamecocks in this one.
Ha-ha. Too bad. That's about as most. They've scored, I think, as many points tonight as they do in a normal football game.
Pretty much.
Sorry, at UNC Charlotte football team.
Didn't they play Louisville?
They got destroyed by Louisville. Sideline reporter Emma Mondo and Brandon Alter, who's down there now, have confirmed that it was a goal from number 10, Ray. He was assisted by number 67, Usinger, and number 19, Schaefer. Thanks for the confirmation. 49 are on the ground.
On the ice right there.
49 on the ground and some oohs and ahs coming from the game, from the cheer.
Will be heading to the box. This is not what you want to see.
15.
Number 15.
That is, excuse us, Sean Davis going to the box. And another.
Rare to see Davis lose his head or composure like that, because Davis has been solid for most of this game, but he just was not having it with.
The amount of players losing their composure, you could say it's like chickens running around with their head cut off.
I like that analogy there, Jeff.
I'm really sorry. This is really bad. Brett, please don't fire me for these jokes.
It's okay. Brett can't fire you. It'd have to be.
Oh, some miscommunication from the defense off of the face-off. The Gamecocks are able to save face and not give up an 8th goal on the night. So far. Knock on wood if we got any over here. Gamecocks trying to get something going, but to no avail. 49ers retain possession, but a flying defense. And see, they just had that was a waste of possession right there.
They were attempting to clear the puck, but it just was not a clear. Uh-oh. 2-on-1.
2-on-1 from that's Andrew Miller, their top scorer, and had a couple assists on the night.
Good block by number 13 for the Gamecocks. But they can't take control of the puck, and somehow...
It's a lot of sticks down there. I was surprised we didn't see anything off of that. Oh. Shot it at his foot. Oh, and that number 13 was spinning on the ice. Alec Martone,
would have been a nice deflection attempt.
And again, he just flies on the ice again and blocks the shot with his foot. He just lays his body out in line, and that's probably why he's had 4 penalties. Doing so much. Gamecocks just trying to make sure that they don't give up another goal as their defense is just having to do everything.
They need to get the puck
That's
out of the
another
ice.
body block from Alec Martone. Actually, that one hurt him.
Martone's
He shouldn't have
hurt.
done that. Yeah,
He's either hurt or his skates messed up, one of the two.
I think he took that one right in the windpipe.
Oh.
And he just lost his breath
Oh,
because
2-on-1
that hit him
saucer
right in the
pass.
stomach. If that had been a better pass on the ground, that would have been a goal. And now there's a hit. Jacob
That's going to be a
Tenji.
penalty on Andrew Miller right there.
Andrew Miller and Jacob Tenji started throwing the gloves, and that's another glove thrown from number 6. That's Mike Borst. Refs just trying to keep things civil here and try to make sure that nothing too bad happens.
Anyway,
We were just trying to, sorry for the silence there, we were just trying to figure out what's going on.
sorry for the silence there.
All right, let's see. I
doing
believe.
my other job figuring out who's covering the football game tomorrow.
Oh, should have probably done that before the night before.
I did, but the
See, Tenji went to the box, I believe, as did number 9 for the 49ers, which was Miller, Andrew Miller. So it was Miller and Tenji number 8. I like this. I like having it. I like that. We got our eye in the sky over here. Our cameraman, he sees all, he knows all.
Dylan Clark, who
Dylan,
is
I
a
knew your name
genius.
started with the D. I'm sorry. We have some new guys, Brandon Alter and Dylan, coming up helping out with our broadcast.
And we are very happy to have them as they have really stepped up big for us tonight.
Also have a new technical director, Lewis, who is doing great for his first night.
Luis Garcia.
So we got a whole new cast and crew out here trying to live up to the greatness that was last year's cock hockey broadcast. Again, cock hockey probably would be a controversial term anywhere else, but here it makes sense. Just don't look it up on Google, kids. See, 49ers with possession on the offensive side of the ice. They retain possession, but after a nice body check on the wall, which I thought was a penalty, but I guess I might have had that wrong, the Gamecocks are able to regain possession. Puck flying in the air. UNC has it, but they hit him off the foot of the Gamecock defender, and those acronyms are too close together to say.
You are correct, sir.
UNC, USC is just too close to. It's too much of a tongue twister.
All right, the puck is in the Gamecock zone, which is not good right now. They need to get. Oh, and that might be a delay game for the Gamecocks, but
Didn't know that was a thing in hockey. They
Yeah.
don't hike the
Oh,
ball.
it's not. It went off. Okay. Oh, it's offensive. It was in the offensive zone. Yeah, the puck was in the offensive zone. So excuse me, but
Maybe he should be on mic. He's shaking his head. Yes, you got to work.
as a play-by-play guy.
You got to work the. Hey, why can't you be color guy? It's all right. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
'Cause
He's definitely
Strebs-
gonna probably get some reps sometime this year because me and Jack are busy a lot.
Oh, yeah. Because Krebsy wins the face-off, but the Gamecocks quickly lose possession. Flings it out behind the red line, hitting the back of the net. Not the way you want, though.
No.
Gamecocks retain possession at the top of the blue line. Try to fling one in there, but it's deflected off of the USC. Number 4 is flying down, trying to get something going with a shot, but it hits right out the face of Bobby Lombardi. I think he saved that with his helmet, honestly.
He was right there, and that's what you want to see. He cut off the angle for the 49er attack.
And at that point, that's a 1-on-0,
It's a
basically.
breakout,
But
pretty much.
as a goalie, you have to have the confidence to know whether to come out or stay back, and he made the right decision at the right time to make sure that the score was not 8-1. Big hit from a Gamecock defender, and that'll be a penalty.
I do not know. That'll be a penalty on 22? What do you get? Oh, roughing?
Roughing
I did
on-
not see the hand motion of the
Yeah,
ref right
roughing
there.
on number 22 for the Gamecocks. That is Duncan Hickman.
Remind me, that's another thing I got to teach you, though, the hand motions for all the things.
I told you I've heard some of them that this is icing and this
No,
is
I
not.
mean, like, just for penalty calls.
Oh, yeah.
'cause we also get the back of them, so it's kind of tough to see sometimes. Like, that's roughing. There's
I
a
like
charging.
cross check and slash. Gamecocks slightly win the faceoff or lose it. I couldn't tell. A bunch of sticks flying around. Pass it out to the top of the ice. Number 19 has it, tries to center it in. Nice little move from number 67, who I tell you is their impact player of this game.
Without a doubt.
I mean, you could make the case that it was also Andrew Miller, but when it comes to getting these possessions and getting these attacks, number 67 Usinger is there every
Another
time.
attack right here that looks threatening.
Oh, number 7 for the Gamecocks just kind of fell.
Circles the net.
Passes
number 5.
back out.
Oh,
Ooh, and a
what a save
great-
by Bobby Lombardi.
Right with his glove, and he just grasped that right as it was flying by.
Grabbed that right out of midair. I don't even know if that was going to be on net, but if it was, that was a fantastic.
Looked on net to me, Ben.
That was a fantastic glove save right there by Lombardi. It does leave, when Lombardi's on the ice, it lets the Gamecocks be a little bit more attacking on their defense because they have a lot more faith in Lombardi because of how they've seen him stand on his head multiple times.
I just think Lombardi's a great name for sports. I feel like if you're born with the name Lombardi, you should just do something in sports because you are going to succeed. My mom told me that I was never going to do anything special because my name's too normal. I see 49ers have possession, lost it a little bit. Gamecocks recover number 12. Nice little 2-on-1. Nice pass to number 2. Tries to center in, but he just hits it right off the shoulders.
But somehow the goalie loses it right there, but no one was there for the rebound.
Unfortunately not. Number 23 flying down the ice, trying to get something going. Now he's kind of wide open. Oh!
Big hit.
Big hit from kind of both sides.
Scuffle in the corner right there.
Scuffle? Is that what you said?
Scuffle and scrum? I tried.
A scrum?
Scrum. I think I was going for scrum, but
40 seconds left in the power play for South Carolina. 10 minutes left
I was
in the
getting
period.
distracted by Hoey's pants. I'm sorry.
They are. It's an interesting statement.
They are a vibrant red color that's not even a garnet color.
Oh wow, that's got to be a penalty. He's sitting on him. There's got to be a delayed penalty there.
And then we got away with hold too.
But I mean, that was just like a game of leapfrog. He had his.
I think the refs are letting him play right now as a result because I mean the game's not in question right now. We're just sitting here watching these teams just like play.
I ain't complaining.
It'd be nice though if the Gamecocks could get a couple of goals right here. Maybe
would
just make it a field goal, a 7-3 game.
Wow, you're really gonna say that?
I don't know. I mean, I just want to see. Oh, what a shot! A juicy rebound, and the Gamecocks don't get it.
Did you say a juicy rebound?
They actually say that. I
sound like Shaquille O'Neal in like 2K coverage.
No, I sound. Oh, I do sound like that, but. I swear to God, I have heard Doc Emmerich say juicy at least 10 times a game.
I'm gonna file some creepiness in the workplace if you call anything juicy again. Let's see, we're gonna find it.
Try to refrain from.
Oh, what a
hit.
Huge hit from number 15.
A little bit of an offensive attack.
Sean Davis just leveled that UNC defender. Gamecocks trying to get something going on offense.
And they have the puck in their
to no avail. Pass it right into the stick of a UNC offense.
He smokes by the offense.
But that shot was wide left, hitting the back ice.
Again,
back glass, excuse me.
I am loving the positioning by Lombardi.
Sean Davis with a close hit, but 21 for the Gamecocks. Ian Schneider could not get to the rebound fast enough, and then 25 for the Gamecocks.
And he loses a stick. Did his stick break?
I think it broke. He whiffed. How did he break his stick on a whiff? I don't understand how one could do that. He didn't hit anything. How did it break?
He's going to have to pay another $100 and some odd for a new stick. That's not going to be fun.
Oh, that was close, but you can see. Oh, there's almost a tripping right there.
Yeah.
Number 12 for the Gamecocks almost lost it, but I can see what you're talking about. The Gamecocks can be a lot more forceful on defense when they have Lombardi in the net. 13 tries to get a shot off, but hits the defender right in the shin, I think. And puck flies back out onto the defensive side of the ice for the Gamecocks.
7:50 remaining in the game.
Number 7 for the Gamecocks, who we haven't talked about much in a while, Grayson Curry. He's flying around trying to get something going. Nice little spin. Getting chased by 2 defenders. He's being double teamed over there, which you don't normally see when you're up 6 goals to up 6 goals. So
no, you do not there, Jack.
I think you can tell that the 49ers wanted to get a little bit of revenge from last year's 2-game sweep. Nice center or shot, I guess, whatever you want to call it, but Bobby Lombardi quick to stop it.
I think so far in this game, you're seeing why these 2 teams are in 2 different divisions.
17 coming up, trying to get something go, but again, shoots it right into the chest of the goalie.
Another shot goes right off Ritter.
No, I think I might not know a lot about hockey, but I feel like that the score would be closer if they didn't shoot it right at the goalie. I think they could get more points.
You're all right, but here's a 2-on-0, and Lombardi lays out and goes to the splits and makes the save.
He used his pinky toe to save that one. That was nice.
Man, I could not do that if I tried.
I can't even skate. I just fall down.
That is why we're both in the booth and not on the ice right now.
I tell you, hockey might be one of the most athletically challenging sports ever. You got to be able to skate forwards, backwards, side to side. I mean, you got to know all while still having to see what's going on, have to have great hand-eye coordination and great foot-eye coordination, I guess.
I 100% agree, because, I mean, if you don't have any of that, you're either going to get leveled or look like an idiot out there. And these guys put it all out there every week, and you're going, oh, my gosh.
I mean, I think that's why it's building a little bit more popularity here.
Yeah.
And, I mean, not to say it's not popular in the United States, but I think that it's definitely, I know for me, I was never a huge hockey fan up until this year.
With the Preds?
Well, after we went to Nashville for the SEC tournament,
That's true.
and my dad took me to a Predators game a couple years ago, and so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna start watching. And little did I know they would make it to the finals.
Yeah, it's never someone's like first sport really, unless you've been you're like grown into it, because
well, especially down in the South.
Well, yeah, I mean there are some people, unless your parents like make you play hockey as you're younger, but it's no one's first sport, and then you watch and you're like, oh my god.
It's very exciting.
Like, I think the hockey playoffs were the best playoffs by far this year.
In my opinion, they were far more exciting than the NBA playoffs. Sorry, D'Angelo, if you're listening. Gamecocks with a quick opportunity, and they score.
Man.
We weren't paying attention. We thought this game was a little bit over. That's our fault. With a nice offensive attack, it was off of a rebound, and just got it and just kind of swung it in there. And we'll get our confirmation from Emma Mondo.
A goal from Brian Orr right there, who got the first shot and then got the rebound and put it in the back of the net.
So would you say 23 assisted by 23, or would you just say 23 got the shot?
I don't know. We'll see from Emma Mondo and see what she says.
Gamecocks kind of win the face-off.
No.
They were the first ones to hit it.
Yeah, but they didn't retain possession.
So then no.
Yeah.
Gamecocks trying to keep something going, but again, it's a little bit too little, too late.
A little too aggressive right there from the Gamecocks.
But you can see there's some fire. That was a nice pass.
They're playing with a little more confidence.
Confirmation from Emma Mondo. Just from number 20, just a straight goal for 23.
23 unassisted.
You love to see that. Number 12 for the 49ers lost his stick. 72 for the 49ers coming up with possession, trying to get something in the middle. Nice poke check from 25. They get on the wall, but number 13 keeps the puck.
Martone,
nice 2-on-2. He has had a heck of a game, but none of it in the ice.
He's been on and off the ice, but he's definitely been a big part of this one, whether it's been good or bad.
Emma Mondo told us earlier, but I didn't see it. After that penalty, Tenji was extremely mad. He was apparently very adamant about his anger.
He's a very vocal person.
Vocal is one word you could use. There's another V word you could use, but I don't think we can say some of those things on camera. Gamecocks win the face-off, try to get something in, and another goal for the Gamecocks. It is now 3-7. The deficit is closing. It was off the hands, I think, of the goalie, but he didn't do enough to stop it.
Well, he got a piece, but not
We're going to think
enough
it's
right
from number
there.
8, and that is, and we were just talking about it, Jacob 10.
21?
Excuse me. For 21.
That would be Ian Schneider right there with the goal.
Ian Schneider with the goal, and there's a little bit of life coming back in these Gamecocks. Whether it might be too late, we don't know.
And just like that, like I said earlier, it's 7-3, Jack. You were making fun of me, but...
I didn't say I was making fun of you. I just was a little bit doubtful. So that's 2 goals.
Can we see a miracle?
I don't know. That was 2 goals in a matter of 45 seconds, I'd say.
That, maybe 20. I mean...
A matter of at least 30 seconds, so... If they keep that up, then yeah, we're good. Yeah, we'd be winning.
Look at that.
Tenji up for the puck drop. Do you call it a puck drop every time? Okay.
You can do a puck drop, or you can just say face off. Face off's fine.
Gamecocks trying to keep something going. You can see they're being a little bit more coordinated on defense.
I'm telling you, it's all because of no offense to Ward, but it's all because of Lombardi. They've looked like a different team since he's been out there, which is funny to say because he does nothing on the offensive side besides give them more confidence to go for it.
I mean, it's a little bit more, it's just more confidence and comfort in what they're doing, and the fact they know they can go out there, and no matter what they're doing on offense, they can rely on their defense to keep the same score. 49ers flying down the ice with a little bit of a nice backwards pass and a beautiful block from number 7. Grayson Curry he
really sold out right there for the block.
Fell on his butt and blocked it with his foot.
It was a baseball slide into second base right there to make the block.
Gamecocks trying to get the puck off of their side of the ice.
How many different sports can we reference in this game?
There's still golf, NASCAR, I think.
I don't know if we can do NASCAR.
We're not having this conversation now, Ben. We're on camera. Gamecocks are being a lot scrappier when it comes to hitting people. I mean, but they're being clean as well. It's not just, you know, they're not losing their composure. A lot of bodies. Oh, and that puck.
No, it's a no goal. The net was off the ice first.
Oh, and there's fighting breaking out between the two teams. Bobby
Number
Lombardi getting a
13
little
is
heated.
in Lombardi's face.
And number 67. And the fans are, neither side of the fans are happy with the, what did he just say? I tell you, people, I'm like,
the strangest things
y'all who
up
are
here.
listening online, you need to hear what
And
these
we
fans are saying.
apologize if our mics are good enough to pick any of that up. We apologize to interviewers, but they're probably not.
They're definitely not good enough to pick them up.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
okay, so I was right. They are waving it off. Because
As you
the net
said,
came
they
off.
waved, and I don't know what they're going to do about. Yeah, okay, so 67 Usinger is going to go to the box for that. I'm assuming it's going to be some sort of roughness call. Oh, oops, never mind. Okay. Why would you do that? Why? Let someone else fix the door. You trying to
There's
trick
no one
me?
else down there, Jack.
He was trying to trick me. Let that person standing there. He can do it. He just climbed in the box. See, he just did it. Trying to trip me up.
Poor Emma and Brandon look very cold down there.
Yeah, I think it's refreshing. It's kind of hot up here. Good Lord. I'm done with this broadcast. 3 minutes, 37 seconds left in the period. Gamecocks trying to piece anything together they can. I think they've not necessarily a moral victory yet, but I definitely think
they have salvaged some good things from this game.
I think it's all because of Hoey's red pants.
Yep, and Lombardi.
And definitely Lombardi. I was going to say, even if that goal wasn't counted, there was nothing to get it done. It bounced into the air and... What? I'm sorry, I missed that. I don't know what happened.
Late hit on number.
It was a late hit. But yeah, I do like how the Gamecocks have looked in this period. They look like the team we saw last year.
If only they played that way all the other periods.
Yeah, if only they started the game like that in the first two. But it is going to be a good thing to jump on for next week.
Oh yeah, they'll have a building point. And I believe we said that next week they'll be taking on Clemson, South Carolina.
Yep.
And look for that to be an even scrappier.
I think they have one game on Friday and one game on Sunday, so you'll see both of those games. Friday, Saturday?
Friday, Saturday.
I'm pretty sure it's Sunday, but I could be wrong because they don't normally schedule games when the football team plays.
Especially when it's at home.
Yeah.
But if it's in 2 weeks, then they won't be home.
Yeah.
What is? I think we said it's the 29th and the 30th. Yeah. And I think
So
that's
2 weeks.
That's 2 weeks.
Clemson's on the 22nd.
That's another goal from the Gamecocks. We need to start paying attention. Dang it.
We don't, because when we don't, they score more.
That's true.
So
We're sounding kind of biased as well, but we are Capital City Sports.
and we are.
There's a Gamecock on our flag, but regardless,
We are the flagship thing for student-run media. We're not completely sure on who the goal was, but we think it was 20 or 21 with the goal.
my man Kostrevsky.
It was 20 Kostremski with the goal.
I would love it if it was
Gamecocks are only
20.
down 3.
Yeah, that was fifth. No, okay, Emma Mono confirmed. It was a goal actually from number 15, Sean Davis, who was assisted by Jeffrey Kostrevsky.
Is that Davis' second today?
I do not know. Let's check.
I could be wrong.
I don't believe so. I don't remember who the last goal was.
Oh no, he was in the box earlier. That's why. He was.
He's been doing a lot. Fans are getting a little rowdy, but so are the teams. There's still 2.5 minutes.
Anything can happen.
Game is far from over. Gamecocks got a bit of that nice little poke check. Keeps some momentum for the Gamecocks, but they lose possession off of it. Ball. I'm gonna do it too many times. I said ball. No, it's fine. No one heard. Puck.
It happens to the best of us, Jack.
And the worst of us, apparently. Puck flies off the boot of Andrew Miller. Nice pass off the wall behind the red line.
Good forecheck from the 49ers.
Oh!
That could be a penalty right there.
He's got his hand in the air, I think, for a delayed penalty on number 23 for the 49ers.
And the Gamecocks will be going to the power play with 1:50 remaining in the game.
Tripping on number 23, and he will be going to the box after that stoppage of time.
And that will be number 21's night right there with only 1:50 left in the game.
One official signal trip, the other one is the official penalty is interference.
Okay, so the
I think they're
official
gonna go with interference.
official penalty is interference, and correction, that was number 23 for
23?
the 49ers. Yes.
So.
Well, there's no 20 or 23. Oh, wrong thing.
So McCoy's night is done. He's looked good so far. He just couldn't keep his head right there, and he hit. I don't remember who it was. He hit the Gamecock player before.
Let's get
he was
that
able to
instant
play the
replay,
puck.
Lewis. He just started typing the computer.
Sorry,
Cool.
we don't have that capability yet. Eventually, hopefully, someone some of our wonderful people in this station will give us more money so that we can do it.
Probably not. It's okay.
Because, yeah. Anyway,
I'd rather get money to go to Nashville.
that too.
Is that where it's going to be held this year? Do we know?
I'm pretty sure it's Nashville again, but I'm not.
It was really Nashville. It was a really fun trip last year. That was
really bonded with some people.
Oh yeah, got to ride on the.
And
Got to be on the bus with the team and got to stay, see what the. Quiet you. Got to see what was going on. How the team acts behind the scenes. It was really cool to get to learn to meet and get to know some of the players a little better.
Exactly. Now let's see. Let's go to the face-off as Kostremski is attempting to win the face-off as the Gamecocks are trying to get within 2. But they lose it. And the puck is cleared all the way down.
Now it's an empty net altogether.
Mm-hmm. It's an empty net. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Might add Andrew Miller's goal total. To play like that. So see, they got to be conservative as well as on the attack. It's a bit of a double-edged sword.
They're completely selling out. Now they got a shot to come back in it, so they definitely have to go for it. Every time we've said Andrew Miller, I keep on thinking of the reliever for the Cleveland Indians right now.
They're on a pretty big winning streak, aren't they?
22 games. Oh my gosh. Good pass right there.
You should be impressed because I don't know anything about baseball. You know that. But the fact that I know that, I think is pretty impressive.
I think that's impressive right there. I'll give you that one.
I was going to say the 20 wins or the fact that I knew what I was talking about.
All right, there's 1:10 remaining in the game. The Gamecocks are trying their best to get back into it.
They still have yet to score on a power play, I believe.
Yeah, I think
I'm not positive, but
not 100% on that, but I'm pretty
they've
sure
had
you're
about
right.
5 or 6.
Yeah, they just haven't found the back of the net on them.
They could utilize this power play, but
I mean, it's a 6-on-4 right now, so you'd hope they could, but they seem to just can't get the puck there.
now you got to make sure the defense gets down there before they do.
53 seconds remaining.
And I'll try to just get anything going. And at the same time, Kostremski was not paying attention, but he recovers pretty well. Number 18 for the Gamecocks has it, try to center it in. Trying to just keep possession at this point. Tries to pass it in. Little wide right, just a little far off. Kostremski keeping it up at the top of the blue line, centers it in. Nice little move from the number 18. Tries to get something with it, flings it, I think, wide.
The goaltender right there. Up and the puck's in the corner.
Everyone's trying to fight for it. Gamecocks keep it. Try to fling one in.
Goal.
It's going to be a no goal. Net was hit off the line before the puck went in.
See, I think that's a neat trick if the goalie can just if you're about to get scored on, can you just kick? I mean, you'd probably get a delayed game penalty, but you see it a lot sometimes where the goalie runs in the net and next thing you know the puck finds the back of the net. You're like, well, all right, he didn't intend to do that, but I'm pretty sure they might know how to do that. I'm just saying.
With 18 seconds left and about 10 seconds more of the power play, 10 seconds more than that of the power play, I think it's going to be the last little surge for the Gamecocks, and I think they definitely recovered well. It was just a little too late, unfortunately. I think it's a good jumping off point for next week.
Because Clemson's going to bring it.
Oh yes, but I think so are the Gamecocks for their home team.
Yeah, that's one they don't have to really get ready for. They're already ready for it right now.
They're gonna be in the penalty box before the game even starts.
Yep.
They'll have their hearts and minds.
I think last year there was a game where they had 15 penalties in that one.
Does not surprise me at all.
Goal!
There's another goal for the Gamecocks. Puck flew in the air.
His time was expiring. He went top right.
Can they get a goal? Can they get 2 goals in 2.5 seconds?
No, they cannot. But the Gamecocks,
are you sure?
I am sure. But the Gamecocks did look very good right there, and that was a fantastic backhand goal by I didn't catch the number 15.
13, we're gonna believe, and that's
by
coming
Martone,
off
right?
of
That's Martone,
Alec
I think.
Martone.
So he does redeem himself for all those penalties earlier, and he gets on the scorecard.
10G tries to win the face-off, and that will be the game.
And that will be it.
Valiant effort from the Gamecocks. Are we going to go there? A valiant effort from the Gamecocks. As I said, they definitely try to save face and make that deficit a little bit smaller. After the break that we were about to go to, we'll talk about our little post-game report, see what the Gamecocks improved on in that last period, and see what they need to do to to be ready for their game next week. And we're back, and after the completion of the game, we're here to talk about, you know, a little bit of post-game notes and thoughts that we had on how the Gamecocks looked for the rest of the period.
First off, in that third period, the Gamecocks looked phenomenal. They really upped the pressure in that period, and they got more goals as a result. I like that, and I would say that's because of Bobby Lombardi.
I mean, yeah, and it's nothing against, like we said, Jared Ward, but you could definitely see the communication was back, the confidence was back. They were more aggressive on defense and offense because they knew that they had that fail-safe behind them. So I definitely think that they were able to be a little bit better when it came to that.
No, overall, though, there's still a lot of things the Gamecocks need to work on. I would say keeping their composure is number one for me, and just on defense, I mean, I know the Gamecocks have a great goaltender in Lombardi, but you don't want to leave him out to dry too much because eventually you will get caught. But for me, those are the two biggest things they need to work on. Was there anything else you saw out there?
I think definitely keeping their cool. The refs, they might have been they might have argued with the refs a little bit. I think that, unfortunately for the Gamecocks, they were playing a Division II team. They're Division III. So I think that's gonna say.
For the first two periods, you could see that difference. And I mean, it was very evident on the ice. However, they did regain their composure, and you can maybe say that the other team took a nap or said, "All right, we got this in the bag." But I mean, the Gamecocks really were the more dominant team in that third period. It was great to see that.
Well, that's all from us. Join us next week as the Gamecocks will take on the Clemson Tigers here back at the Plex in Irmo, South Carolina.
Which is always a barn burner.
Oh, yes. There will be players in the penalty box before the game even starts. But for Ben Parsons, Luis Garcia, Emma Mondo, Dylan Clark, and Brandon Alter, I'm Jack Taylor, and we would like to give a special shout-out and say that this broadcast was for our old and original cast and crew, John Dowdy, Brett Williams, and Robert McCaffrey. We miss you guys so much. And we hope that you enjoyed this and y'all watched this, and we will see y'all next week. Thank you, guys.
Carolina forever to thee.
I had so much to say.
Oh.